years as a political prisoner. And today we're sitting here in your beautiful home. The contrast between that cell and this home here in Cape Town is remarkable, but it must be so amazing for you to see where you are right now, to see where South Africa is right now, and to remember those days, which were only a few years ago.
No, that is true. The fact that I spent so many years in prison is part of my life now. It's part of my background. I don't think about it because, as I pointed out to the press yesterday, when I think of those days, pleasant and unpleasant memories arise in my mind. And we learned, although to go to jail is tragic, but at the same time it has important lessons because human beings are human beings. That is one of the areas where we started to understand the thinking of the people of South Africa, that by accepting the integrity of people in the enemy camp and sitting down to discuss matters with them, especially when you have got a strong case, it is the best way to address problems. And we have been able to change the thinking of the major leaders of thought, the important leaders of thought in this country. We have been able to change them to our own point of view. There are difficulties, of course, those we expected. But when you take into account the way South African society was split from top to bottom by tensions, conflict, and bloodshed, what has happened in South Africa today is a miracle. And as I have said, it's futile to be thinking about what happened in the past. We are thinking about what is happening now and what should happen tomorrow.
Part of my interview with Nelson Mandela in Cape Town at the presidential residence in 1998. These are live pictures here from Johannesburg outside the home of Nelson Mandela, where people have gathered now. It's approaching 2 a.m. in South Africa to celebrate his life, to celebrate what's going on, what has happened over these past few years. This is another live picture, very different part of the world. This is New York City, Harlem, the Apollo Theater in memory of Nelson Mandela on the marquee already, where people are getting ready to remember this great leader. There will be a memorial service here in Washington. We're about to get some details from South Africa's ambassador to the United States. Much more of our special coverage right after this.